Hi there, Zam here for NerdTube. I just finished watching Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 6. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and feelings about this episode more than the actual proper review of it, and that also includes spoilers. So, how do I feel about this episode? I thought this episode was rushed. That's a common word now for finales, in my opinion, rushed. And this one felt very rushed. Also, I didn't feel the grandiose of this episode like I wanted to. And I thought some of the stakes in this episode didn't feel like stakes at all. There were some good moments and there were some terrible moments. The terrible moments, for instance, was very early in this episode when we got introduced as Sam Wilson as Captain America. He has a fight with Backrock the Leaper. Unfortunately, that fight was displayed to us, the audience that is, in a terrible fashion. Like, it just kept cutting away to other things, like the fight starting now, okay, we're going to cut away to this, back to the fight for about a second or two, couple of punches thrown, now we're going to cut away to this, constantly cutting away to other things and not focusing on this fight. When Steve Rogers and Backrock fought in Captain America and the Winter Soldier, that was a great little fight between them two. Well, it didn't go on forever, but just a moment for them to show their shit. This is an opportunity now for maybe Backrock to get one back on Captain America, the moniker that is, by beating up Sam Wilson, who isn't a super soldier. But we never really got to see a proper fight between them two. And even near the end of their little sparring, Sam Wilson had to fuck off because he had to do some superheroing, save some people and shit. So he couldn't continue his fight with Backrock. But what we did get was fuck all, and I'm very, very unhappy with that. We got a heroic moment from Bucky Barnes. He saves some people, uses his arm and stuff like that to break him out of the back of a truck which is on fire. Even John Walker has a heroic moment because he comes in onto the scene looking to kill Carly for killing Lamar. Carly herself is running away, and John Walker has a choice. Do I go after Carly or do I save some people? And he decides to make the right choice by saving people. I had no problem with him making either choice because we're talking John Walker here. So if he wanted to go after Carly and say fuck off to the people, that would have been fine with me too, to tell you the truth. Either way, I'm happy with it. So Walker's part of the good guys now, and he teams up with Bucky and Sam, and they're going after Carly. Carly runs into Sharon, and she reveals herself to be the power broker. And before Carly can get away, Sharon actually kills Carly. So the main villain of this show was killed by Sharon Carter, who is the power broker. Backrock the Leaper also knows that Sharon Carter is the power broker and demands more money, so Sharon Carter kills him as well. I believe he's dead. I hope he's not dead. Not fucking Backrock. That really pissed me off. You can't be killing off recurring characters like Backrock the fucking Leaper, who's got so much to offer these sort of espionage versions of the MCU. When everything was said and done, we had a nice little speech between Captain America and some of the GRC regarding what's right and wrong. And one of the best things about this speech is that Captain America told the people of the GRC, you're making decisions about people who are not in the same room as you. And that is pretty much life in general, really. All these motherfuckers who have got the power are making decisions about people's lives, and they're not even in the same room with those people when it comes to discussing those issues. And that was a really good point Sam made. But the overall talking he had with the GRC and stuff like that was okay, and it was just kind of establish him as not just as a heroic successor to Steve Rogers, but also somebody who, when it comes to being grounded and communicating and talking about what's right, he's also able to offer that too, just like Steve Rogers would too. So some nice moments there. Everything seems to be sorted. James Barnes has to make a resolution as well regarding Yuri and resolving that, and he tells Yuri about how he killed his son, and he had no choice when he did it because he was the Winter Soldier. Not much came from that, to tell you the truth, and I felt it was very much brushed over, and I didn't like that. It would have been nicer to see that conversation go on for a couple of more minutes. John Walker has been given his black suit. He's now the US agent, undercover operative, so to speak. He seems to be very happy with that, and his wife as well, and I'm very happy with that too, because I love fucking John Walker. I love fucking Wyatt Russell. Excuse me. And Sharon Carter in the end credit scenes, she, even though she's the power broker, nobody else knows that she's the power broker because she killed off the people who did know. And she gets a pardon by the U.S. government, and she's welcomed back with open arms. And she is a Carter after all. But this Carter, as we all know, as the audience, has turned heel. She's a baddie, and now we have the power broker who's immersed herself into the U.S. government. It's gonna be very interesting to see what shenanigans she pulls up, because there may be trouble ahead, and I can't wait for that. Love the character of Sharon Carter. Excellent what they've been doing with her. Very happy that she's turned evil. And when the episode culminates, we see Sam back in Louisiana. He's chilling with his family. He invites his new best bud in Bucky Barnes over. They're having a barbecue. They're all fucking having funs and games and laughing and chilling and fucking around with each other. It was a really nice moment. Would like to have seen a bit more on that, to tell you the truth, because I love those moments when the superheroes are just having a good time, because they're doing so much shit to help people, that you do appreciate these moments when they are just able to have a good fucking time and relax. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. And then we got the post-credit scene. When I say post-credit scene with Sharon Carter, but like the title, the post-credit scene of Captain America and the Winter Soldier. And I thought to myself, you know what? That title for the post-credit is not correct. It should be Captain America and James Buchanan Barnes, or Captain America and Bucky Barnes, because he's no longer the Winter Soldier. Bucky is. That's done. He crossed off all the names on the list. We saw that in this episode 2. He gave that book, Steve's book, with all the names on it. He crossed them all off the list. He's basically resolved his shit, and he's cured, in my opinion. I think, he'd probably never be 100% cured, but I do believe the Winter Soldier is behind him, and we should no longer be referring to Barnes as the Winter Soldier going forward, in my opinion. I felt this episode was very lackluster. I felt it was very rushed. I didn't think the action scenes in this episode were that spectacular, and some of the stakes in this episode didn't feel that much. It was good to see Red Wing return. There's 2 Red Wings, by the way. Be interesting to see what they're both called. If they're both called Red Wing, maybe Red Wing 1, Red Wing 2, or Red Wing and Pink Wing. I think maybe one of them was a different shade. Who knows? But nevertheless, he's got a couple of those. I don't know. The suit looks like regular material, but it could be made out of vibranium. But the wings definitely seem to be made out of vibranium. No old man Cap. Sorry, how could I forget this? Isaiah Bradley had his moment as well in this episode. Sam, after all the fighting is said and done, Sam takes Isaiah Bradley with him to the Smithsonian, and he shows him the exhibit for Isaiah Bradley, the Isaiah Bradley exhibit, which makes Isaiah Bradley very happy. And we also get to a little bit of Elijah Bradley too, and he's just a young lad, but I'm already warming to him. I can't wait to see him becoming Patriot or whoever he ends up being in the MCU. But pretty cool. It was just a nice moment to see some payoff for Isaiah Bradley for all the shit he's been through. To see the payoff and to see the recognition that he deserves on display made me very happy, and that's why Sam Wilson is Captain America. I would have liked a moment where Steve Rogers came back into this, and just in frame for 1 second we had all the MCU Captain Americas, or could have been Captain Americas. We could have had John Walker, Bucky Barnes, Isaiah Bradley, Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers in the same shot at one point. I would have lost my fucking shit. But we got 4 out of 5, Captain Americas in this episode, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, Disney, come on, man. You should have done that, man. You should have put all 5 of those Captain Americas in the same screen for 1 second even. It would have fucking made my day. I would have fucking taken a picture of that and put it on my fucking wall, because that's the sort of shit I love. Anyway, I'm trying to make something good out of a lackluster episode. I've said the word lackluster several times. That's how I feel about it. Let me know what you think of this particular episode, and where we go in the future, because there were some seeds sown and there were some loose ends tied up as well. So who knows what the future may bring. I can't wait. Sam Wilson is Captain America. I did like the suit, by the way. Not bad. Needs some tweaking though, so it doesn't, so it looks a bit more appropriate for him. It works for him, but it's on the right path in my opinion. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to NerdTube. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.